it's been a rough week, but and I need to take a break, but I am working on trying to redo my hair. The older I get, the longer it takes, but we are going back into my mommy's journal. This is my healing journey, and I have been going back and reading my mother's journal. As I'm reading this, I'm noticing that some of the pages and dates are not kind of totally in line, but I'm just going to follow the numbers on the pages anyway. So we left off, it said November 16th, 1994. So I'm going to start November 17th, 1994. And it says, while in New York, I was confronted with the fact that Harry had been seeing someone else. Darlene. She phoned and used my drug use to piss me off, but when she said this and many other things, the first thing I felt was like Harry betrayed me. However, I made it clear to her I felt safe and secure in my relationship. It forced me into look and accept the part I play in pushing Harry into her arms. But there are a few things I'm having a problem with. One, and foremost, this is an old behavior for Harry. And what's going on with him lying to me about the women calling the house because he said they stopped, which was not the case. Darlene was still calling and they were sharing very deep things about each other's loved ones. He also lied to me about the logbook, and I saw condoms. He's not using them on me, so why are they there? When I talked to Harry about Darlene, there was very little eye contact. Is this the clue to his dishonesty about the whole thing? There's something else bothering me. Her visiting him at work. This needs to be addressed more next week. If I find that there's more than meets the eye, I will discontinue my relationship with Harry because I don't need the distraction. This, of course, will be like losing my life, but I must do what I need to do for me. So then she doesn't write until November 23rd. Started packing my things to take to New York, feeling really good about what I'm doing. Can't wait to get home to see my kids. Also packed car, left Nana's house about 3:30, but before leaving, I went through feelings of anger because, for one, my uncle yelled at me in front of his friend simply because Nana was telling him about something he didn't know about. And I did. I was trying to explain it to him, but he became angry and yelled, "Shut up" to me. And after that, Louie and I were leaving out the door. Nana stopped and asked me if I had my Walkman. And I then asked her why. She said because she didn't want me blasting Louie's radio. This again made me upset, like I'm some sort of teenager. Reached New York at about 8:30 p.m. There was mad traffic. Not my mother saying mad traffic. Like, it's just, I used to say the word mad, but like just going back and reading my mother, but okay, there was mad traffic. But we made it. Rang bell to let Harry know I was home and to help with all the things in the car. Kissed Louis goodbye. November 24th, got up and started my sweet potatoes for pie. Harry and I watched TV and ate breakfast, then started to bring things together for the day. He pressed our clothes. We were having a hard time making up our minds as to what to do about making both dinners at the same point and time. So I guess this is Thanksgiving at the same point, at the same time. So he's trying to make a decision between our family and his family. Harry made a decision that excluded me for when his sister called. He told her I would not be attending dinner at his mother's house. This really hurt me because I hadn't made up my mind as of yet. But Marie must have said something to him because he asked me to please go with him. Well, we reached his mother, and boy, when she saw me, she looked as if she had seen a ghost. This made me feel uncomfortable, and all I could think about was how long were we staying. Well, we left about an hour later, and man, was I glad while riding over to my Aunt Susan's house. I asked Harry if I should return. He said yes, but I couldn't help feeling he wanted to say no. Got to my Aunt Susan's house. She was drunk. I felt ashamed of her. She had glasses of wine everywhere, mostly because she couldn't remember where she put the last glass. While at her house, I found out that my brother had been arrested in New Jersey and my mom would be dropping off my kids. At first, I got angry because I wanted to go back to Harry's mom's house, but maybe it's better I didn't. After we ate, we left. That was a great load off of me. Harry dropped me and the children off at home, and he went back to his mother's. I felt left out, but oh well. My mother called me later on that night and told me she didn't get my brother. She was really upset, and I felt her pain and wished like hell I could have taken away. She said she wanted to save him the same way she saved me when I would call her from the street. And I said to her, maybe if she didn't save me every time I called, maybe I would have stopped using sooner. Who knows? By now, Harry has come home. His mom set food and told Harry to tell me they enjoyed the pie I made. We made passionate love and went to sleep. You know, it's one thing I like really struggle with. That is that gosh. I used to blame my grandmother a lot for my mother's drug use because she used to make it so easy for her. You know, she wanted her to stay home. She had to give her money, you know. But I used to blame her a lot. And I don't know if my grandmother was just not strong enough to say no, and she just thought that by being a people pleaser, which sometimes cancers are, my grandmother's a cancer, we do things that just make people happy, or if that was one of her own demons. But on November 25th, she writes, I got up with Harry, made him something to eat and coffee. He took his shower and got ready for work. After a while, the children woke up. I fixed them something to eat. I then made them shower and get ready to go to their grandmother, Andre. Andre, of course, had to be spoken to about 100 times. I picked out clothes for him to wear because what he had worn the day before was dogged. Well, went down to Jersey to get James. We spent about 3 hours waiting for him. He got out, and we were really happy about seeing each other. Went home. I was dead tired. James is my mother's brother. I was dead tired. Took the kids with me and put them to bed. Harry was there when I reached home. What a welcome sight. He's always been the very bright spot in my day. He held me and let me know things were going to be okay. Made love, relieved the tension in my body. Portia stayed over. We allow Darian, oh gosh, that's when I was dating guys, to visit with her for about an hour. She and he stayed in the front room, but before they arrived, Anthony, his wife, came up to check the heat. They were both smashed while talking to his wife very nicely. I admit about how cold it was upstairs and how we have to run the stove to keep warm. She said, wow, I don't want you to have to do that. I went on to tell her by law we should have had heat as of October 16th. She then proceeded to tell me she didn't rent the apartment to me. Deep down, I know she would say this, especially since I told her about the law, but when she told me this, it really hurt me. And then I thought to myself, mind my own affairs. But Harry is my affair, and him not having heat and keeping cold is worrying me. Not to leave out the fact that it's costing more money by using gas to heat up the place. After I left, I was feeling really unimportant and out of place. Harry tried to talk to me about what happened, but I took some time for me to process what had happened and the way I felt about what was said to me. After I felt the feelings and walked through it, Harry and I cracked mad jokes on them and came to the conclusion that if things didn't get better, we will make plans to move. November 26th. Harry went to work. The kids and I went shopping with my mother. It was nice to spend some time with my mother without fighting. We went to King's Plaza and brought the boys new jackets. Also got Becky and William new shoes. Harry and I have been talking a lot lately about all kinds of things. I'm finding out that he shuts down and can't be reached, and this causes me great disease. When he gets like this, he only knows and feels what's happening to him. Not to see or unable to feel my concern for him and what I'm saying to him. I worried for this could cause major problems. I also asked him not to yell at me when we're talking or jump at me because it brings back flashbacks when other men in my life hit and beat me. But there's hope. Help me, Lord. November 29th. Went to court, was a little uptight, but things went great. Made my 101 and got to tell Jane all about my week. We both laughed and got a lot out. She told me she got the paperwork from Orange County, and all of it said was that I was very depressed and I had gone through a hell of a lot of stress, having lost the baby and feeling totally hopeless, and went from performance at 20% to 56%. When I left, I walked from Mental Health to Grand Union, caught the bus home. Nana picked me up, and she's glad to see me. That was nice. I'm going to stop there because there's a lot in there for me to unpack. But we stopped on November 29th, 1994. To know now that my mother told my grandmother, maybe if she didn't help as much and save her as much, she would have stopped using sooner. It's an eye-opener and also a scary thought, because I fight with myself about being so helpful with my own children. And I know that making the sacrifices and overextending myself is a trauma response, because I try to do everything and that my mother didn't do, and I try to fix the mistakes, but I have to learn that I can't change the past, and the past happened the way it happened for a reason. I also have to learn that nobody's a perfect mom, and I'm not going to get it right, but I have to learn how to hold them accountable consistently and not save them, because in saving them all the time, you can be the one to actually destroy your own kids. as a mom, how do you not want to save them? How do you not want to always protect them? How do you always not want to make it better for them? I mean, isn't that what moms are supposed to do? How do you find a balance between saving them and completely damaging them? I haven't figured that out. I've been a mom for 26 years and I still haven't figured it out. But what I am working on is not allowing my personal trauma to make the decisions for me. I'm working on not allowing the mom guilt to consume me. I am learning how to push my children even if they're scared. And I'm learning that even if they make mistakes, they can always be fixed. I'm also learning to forgive myself, to forgive my mother and my grandmother. And I'm working on forgiveness for so many other things. But right now, today, I forgive myself. I forgive myself for being human. I forgive myself for being human. I give myself grace for making mistakes. And, that's all I got today. It's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to be human. It's realizing the issues and working on them, no matter how hard they are, that helps you get past it. Ignoring things that have happened or making up your own fictitious past and history doesn't help. Reality does. It just doesn't fucking feel good. It doesn't feel good. But that was one of my mother's issues, and it's one of the things that I'm fighting through, learning how to just feel whatever I'm supposed to feel. Feel the pain. One of the things that my mother used to always tell me is, and why she used to get high all the time, is because she didn't want to feel. She didn't like crying. She didn't like feeling vulnerable. She just didn't want to feel. She wanted to be numb. So I embrace feeling every fucking thing that I need to feel. Whether it's good, bad, or indifferent, I embrace feeling it, because in feeling it, it's going to help me heal and grow. And I want you to do the same thing. Don't be afraid to feel. Don't be afraid to process it. Don't be afraid to go through it. It's not going to feel good. Ooh, and you're going to have some real low lows. But you'll have some real high days too, and it's okay. Just remember that tomorrow is always another day. It's another day to fix it. It's another day to make a mistake. And even though that hurt, it was a release. It was a release. It was release. And I needed that. I needed that today. I hope you guys start releasing and learning that it's okay to feel. Because guess what? Feelings pass. Just like this moment. Until next time, guys. I'm out.